Hello again. Here we're up to step 6 now and into programs. So in order to enroll students, in order for reports to work, in order for attendance to work, of course, we have to have programs. The program list view you're looking at has some of the major sections, and we're going to toggle to programs full view. Bring this up so we can look at what needs to be inputted here. The required inputs for programs are as follows. Of course, we need the program name. We need a good name. You need to put in, for these federal categories, the title that most reflects the program's vision and purpose, both subject and category. You want to put the period of time when the program is happening, such as after school. You want to put the grade range for students, such as grades 3 to 5 or whatever it might be in the program that's required. You do want to put in as well as a requirement where the program is, because that shows up in reports. And the days, so if it meets on Monday, you want to have that on there. If it meets on Tuesday, let's say it met every day of the week, you'd want to have that put in there. You finally want to have your default time, the duration of the class. So let's say it's 1 hour, or I don't know, an hour 45. You definitely want that in there. Finally, you want an estimated cost, and specifically needed for your rosters when you create those. You'll want your staff. So let's say Robert or Emmanuel. This is a little funny, but you want your lead staff person, say it's Emmanuel, to be there. And finally, you want your program description. Not finally. You also will set the max number of students allowed in the program. So in this case, we actually will allow 15. We have 4 enrolled and 11 available. We'll always be able to check a program as inactive if it's not happening, but you want to uncheck that box for the data for these programs to show up in reports. This is important. I want you to notice the date begin, date end, and weeks, days, and times. At this time, you do not, I repeat, you do not need to fill these out. This will be updated in a later database version. And the other thing I'd like to show you is through each program, I'll show you in more depth in a later step, but just to note again in tabs where you can see in this program the 4 kids that are enrolled currently, and you'll also see attendance records. There are no attendance records at this time for this program. Now I'll just show you a little bit where some of this program information will go. Of course, it's going to show up in reports all over the place, but we'll save those records. As an example, each of your programs will show up in drop-downs, in the rosters by day. Remember, you put a program that happened on Monday, so when you do your rosters for the computer program, all of this information and the teacher is going to show up, for example. Over to reports here. We'll do more of this later on in the later step, but the program report in advanced, you can see that, I'll go to the next one. Well, the description needs to be there, the name shows up, the grade range, average attendance will be calculated, the cost that you put in under reports will show up here, the time that the program meets. And when attendance records get aggregated, this will come up, so you'll have a full program report organized by after school, before school, summer, etc. So now I encourage you to do some of the exercises in the Play Around database.